Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Dr. Ghost Games. Today we're taking a look at the Tier 5 Japanese premium destroyer, the Shinonome. Yes, that's right. I did actually get this a long time ago, out of the one of the Super 5 crates. This is a Fubuki class destroyer. That's right. It's a Fubuki, basically, but it's premium. But except it's not a Fubuki. It's a crappier Fubuki in almost every regard. The torpedoes are crappier, the AA is crappier, non-existent, and yeah, this thing is tough, man. It's basically a Fubuki but hardcore mode. So, yeah, with all that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the ship. We've got Aiming Systems Mod 1 on. You could put AA Guns Mod 2 on, but why the hell would you do that? This thing has basically no AA. And you could also put main battery traverse speed on, which is something that is totally an option because the Japanese have horrible turret traverse, at least at this tier. So putting this on instead of Aiming Systems Mod is not a bad idea. And keep in mind, my Shinonome is a full-on gunboat build. That's right, because the torpedoes are just absolutely bad. So, you know, why not go gunboat build on this thing? But yeah, it's totally an option if you're actually going to gunboat build to put this on or just going Aiming Systems Mod. I still find Aiming Systems Mod more useful. And for the second mod, I have Propulsion Mod 2. You guys could easily put on a Steering Gears mod for the extra rudder shift. I really don't see the point because this thing is already agile enough. Or you could put on Damage Control Systems, but then again, I really don't see the point. It's got Destroyer Damage Control. It's going to be able to pop out, you know, DCs every 30 seconds anyways, so yeah. Now for the loadout, we've got HEAP, we've got torpedoes that reach out to 8 kilometers base. They're not really that good. That's actually quite low for a destroyer, at least for a Japanese destroyer, okay? The Fubuki's base torpedo range, when you get it fully upgraded, is around 10 to 11 kilometers. That's a huge disadvantage right off the bat. And not to mention, you don't get any extra benefits. Yeah, you've got lower range torpedoes, but some of you might be thinking, well, do you at least get better speed? Nope, you don't. It's basically the same exact torpedoes as the Fubuki's, except they have slightly worse range by about 2 kilometers. So keep that in mind. They're really not that good torpedoes, but I mean, hey, if you could actually manage to get within 8 kilometers of people, or 9 kilometers if you actually decide to go with a torpedo build, you can utilize these torpedoes just like the Fubuki. But literally, guys, let me tell you right now, there is absolutely no need to get your hands on the Shinonome if you have Fubuki. The Fubuki is better in every single way almost, okay? Don't take my word for it, literally. Just look at the two ships, check out the stats, you can see why. If you actually do manage to pick up the Shinonome out of a crate, that is. That's the only way of getting it. I got lucky as hell way back when. Now we've got damage control parties. We've got 2 smokes and 2 engine busos. We've got the Marine Day 21 flag, which looks pretty good. It looks like a Japanese flag. It's got a little wave on it. I like it. I like it quite a lot. And of course, we've got the Type 9 premium camo that the ship comes with. It does look very snazzy. Bit of green all over the place, different shades of it. I like it. A little bit of white-ish kind of too. Cream color. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Not too shabby. I like the camo. Now for the stats on my build anyway, we've got 15,800 hit points. Basically, we've got around 16,000 hit points. And we've got basically no armor. For the artillery, we have 6 127mm third-year Type Mod A main battery guns. Basically, they're 5-inch guns that reach out to 11.2 kilometers on my build with a 7.5 second reload. That's actually really decent for a Japanese destroyer at this tier. 7.5 reload, 11 kilometer range. That's not too bad. Now the maximum HE shell damage is 1800. I think that this needs to get buffed all across the board. I think the Japanese HE maximum damage should be base 1900 at least. That would kind of make it to where the Japanese could actually be fearsome little gunboats. But no, Wargaming wants to be a bunch of party poopers, so there it is. But yeah, we've got a 7% fire chance, which is 2% higher than average at the tier. And we've got a 2200 maximum AP shell damage if we get citadels on cruisers within like 5 kilometers. Now for the torpedoes. We've got, of course, 6 of them on, we've got 6 of them. Or, no, sorry, we got 9 of them. 73 second reload, so it's pretty damn good. 6 second, 180 degree turn time with a 14,600 maximum damage, 1.6 kilometer detectability range by sea, 8-kilometer torpedo range with a 63 knot speed. AA defense is memeable. It's absolutely atrocious, and it's basically non-existent. Pretend like the AA doesn't exist. For the maneuverability, we've got 33.9 knots, 640 meter turning circle radius with a 3.6 second rudder, and the concealment is pretty good. It's Japanese, 5.6 kilometers by sea, 3.1 by air, 2 kilometers guaranteed, and of course 2.3 while firing in smoke. Armor, non-existent. You have no armor. If you get hit by anything, you're going to get penned. It's just how it's going to be. Keep that in mind. No armor. Don't get hit if you can help it. For the overview, it's stealthy, I'd say so, and rapid reloading torpedoes, I would say so as well. This was a Fubuki class destroyer with incredible striking power, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we all know what the Fubukis are about. Let's go and take a look at the commander that I have on my ship. We've got Takio Kurita, Vincent Mordoff for the extra reload on her main battery guns as an inspiration, and we have William Sims for the extra HP on our destroyer, which kind of plays into our 15,800 maximum HP. Very nice. For the base trait, we've got the quickening, which decreases our engine boost reload time by about 5.7, almost 6%. We've got observant range, we've got look at me now, we've got reaching out for the extra range on our main battery guns and the reload, all that stuff. Fantastic gunboat potential with this thing. And we've got smoke on the water as well. And for our legendary perk, we've got Leviathan for the extra maximum HP. And with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am a gunboat build Fubuki class destroyer, essentially. And we're going to go see if we can have some fun, shall we? I will catch you guys over in the gameplay. I hope you all do enjoy it. Okay, so here we are. We are going to be on Greece. It's a domination mode. And we're in the Shinonome. So yeah, my build is a gunboat build. I basically build this thing all for guns. Now, yeah, keep in mind, quick disclaimer, in the video, there's not going to be a whole lot of damage. That's right, we're not going to do really a whole lot of damage. However, what we're going to be doing is our job. We're a gunboat build. And what does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? Well, a gunboat build means, number one, get into those caps, contest them at least. Number two, hunt down enemy destroyers. We are going to be doing both of those things in this video. We're not going to necessarily do a lot of damage, but we are actually going to place very high on the leaderboard at the end of the video, just to prove to you guys that doing your job actually rewards you if you do it correctly. Now, with that being said, before we get into the match and before I, go down the big ol' rabbit hole that is a YouTube video, I would like to remind you guys to make sure to go down there, hit that subscribe button. We are getting closer and closer and closer with every subscriber to our next milestone. And yeah, if you guys do actually enjoy the content on the channel, please be sure to go down there, hit that subscribe button, and of course, hit that like button if you'd like to do that as well. And leave a comment below. Tell me what you guys think of these kind of videos. I do actually read all of my comments, believe it or not. Every single comment I get, there's not one I don't read. There's not one I don't actually not look at. So keep that in mind. I actually will see you guys in the comments. So anyway, enough of that stuff. I'm just trying to get some little bit of reminders in there for you guys in case you guys have forgotten. But yeah, I'm sure you guys are all set there. Now, let's stop talking about the channel. Let's talk a little bit about the game here. So, we're in the Shinonome. We're trying to just, any opportunity we can get, we're trying to get some shots on people. That's kind of what the gunboats are all about. If you see somebody, take some shots. Now, right off the bat, we get pretty lucky. We get a fire. We're already up to 3k damage with our guns. Nothing too spectacular. These guns, though, actually are pretty damn good. So if you could actually manage to just sit somewhere, mount up, and take some shots at people, you can over time do quite a bit of damage. You got that extra 2% fire chance too on your guns. So the guns are not horrible. Now, they're not anywhere near, for example, like American destroyers. They're not like rapid firing, dual purpose, 127mm 5-inch guns. They are 127mm 5-inch guns, but they're not necessarily rapid reloading. And they don't even hit as hard as those rapid reloading guns, which is why I think Wargaming needs to buff all of the Japanese 5-inch guns across the board. Because 1800 maximum damage, really? With the amount of alpha strike potential that these things have on PC? Come on now, Wargaming. Come on now. Anyway, we're not talking about that today. I'm just giving you guys my honest thoughts on this stuff. And yeah, So now the torpedoes. The thing that most people think that this thing is about is the torpedoes. And let me tell you right now, it's not. I mean, you can build it for torpedoes, but literally, what is the point? You can get decent results plus some out of the Fubuki. The Fubuki is better than this thing in almost every single regard. So why not have fun with the Shinonome? Because if you wanna go stealth torpedo is what I'm saying, go play the frickin' Fubuki. But if you want to try out some hybrid / gunboat builds, play the Shinonome. It's actually not a bad time. You've got 6 5-inch guns. They are pretty damn good. They've got an increased fire chance. They're not horrible. Then again, they're not really great either. But, you know, I'm trying to make this thing work. It's a shittier Fubuki all across the board. And what I'm trying to get at here, ladies and gentlemen, is even if you have a crappy boat, you can still make things work. Guys, you can still make things work. And I'm going to prove that to you in this video. So, right now we're not doing too good on the points lead right now at all, actually. We are behind on points. We have no caps. We're getting Charlie right now, but we have lost Bravo and Alpha. So I need to get in here. I need to actually start contesting a cap, or else we're going to really start falling really far behind on points. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking some shots here at this Alba with torpedoes, and I'm trying to maneuver through these islands to make my way into Bravo, so I can hopefully get in there and contest it, and ultimately do my job as a destroyer, especially a gunboat destroyer. If you are a destroyer, guys, your #1 job, regardless, is to spot the enemy ships, and of course to get inside those caps. Getting caps ultimately is what wins games, ladies and gentlemen. What gives you points, you may ask? Well, yes, killing ships does, but also what will significantly give you more points is getting those capture zones. Ultimately, whoever controls the caps controls the game, and whoever controls the game ultimately in the end controls who wins. So you gotta really be thinking about these things as a destroyer, no matter what destroyer you're in. Despite me being in a very weak destroyer at Tier 5, I'm still going to manage to do my job and execute it almost perfectly. So keep that in mind. Now, we've got the enemy Akatsuki. He was last spotted running into this island, so we're going to see if we can't make our way around here while we're getting this cap. Now, notice that we are a few minutes into the game. We've got really no damage. But let me tell you something, guys, okay? I know there's so many YouTube videos out there that say, oh, damage is so cool. Damage is the best thing ever, right? No. Damage is not the most important thing, guys. Damage is not the best thing ever. I'm going to tell you right now that damage is cool and all. It's nice when you can actually get a bunch of damage, but let me tell you right now, the most important thing above all else is doing your job as whatever ship you are and doing what it takes to win, right? Someone's got to do it. How do people win games, right? You got to identify this. It's very important. And really, the #1 way of winning games is playing with the capture zones. You have to learn how to position, and you have to learn how to be able to contest and help those in need when they're trying to get those caps. You just got to play with the caps, guys. That's how you win games. And ultimately, when you win games, you will actually get increased rewards for it, okay? So you just got to do what you got to do, all right? As annoying as it may sound from me, you got to do your job. You got to do what it takes to win. And that ultimately, at the end of the day, is the most important thing, other than damage. I mean, damage, yeah, it's cool and all, but let's be real, damage does not win games, ladies and gentlemen, okay? I don't know how many times I'm going to say it, but I always do. I always try to emphasize this in any of my destroyer videos, especially because a lot of people can't seem to figure out that, damage is not the most important thing, okay? Jeez. Anyway, enough talking about damage and all that crap. I'm going to kind of show you guys or talk about what I'm doing here. And right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to get as much distance between myself and this Alba as possible. The Alba has 6 8-inch Japanese HE shells coming out every 10-11 seconds, so I can't afford to take many hits. I need to preserve a lot of my HP because I want to be able to take out this enemy destroyer if need be. I'm trying to actively dodge. I'm trying to pop these smoke screens to hopefully not get hit by those 8-inch shells. They hurt a lot. They set fires. They knock out stuff. It's not a good time. And not to mention, I'm getting attacked by the carrier and getting spotted by the carrier as well. So ultimately, I'm in a very, very bad situation right now, but don't worry. I've got my smoke screens. The carrier's going to run out of bombs here in a minute, and we are going to be able to come out here and hopefully deal with this Akatsuki. Remember, we are basically, at this point, doing our job. We've already got the cap. Our team is actually managing to pull their head out of their assholes and actually do some things here. Our destroyer on the opposite side of the map over at Alpha is capturing Alpha, so good job to him. Our two battleships are going to start pushing into Charlie to hopefully take out that enemy Alba. This is so far looking like a potential win that could be coming up very shortly. Now we are, since that enemy destroyer is really, really far up to the north, I can't get there in time to save my carrier. So I'm just like, you know what, screw this. I'm going to go towards Charlie and defend the cap, or at least try to kill this Alba. You know, the Alba is pretty low on HP. So I'm like, you know what, screw it. Let's go give this Alba a little bit of a run for his money. But notice also one thing too. He is distracted by those two battleships. The two battleships are right there, and they are fully capable of hopefully getting him off the board here. And all we're able to do at this point is just put in some support fire. And speaking of support fire, there we go. We kind of yoinked that kill, not going to lie. But it's a kill nonetheless. That's our first kill of the game. And that's not our last, believe it or not, guys. So far we're winning this game. This game has went from a pretty much, it looked like going from a loss, and now it's pretty much turning into a victory here. We're about 100 points ahead. We've got 2 out of the 3 caps. The enemy team has basically thrown all their ships away at this point. And notice on the map that there is a cruiser to the south end of the map that is just sitting there. He is currently AFK. Gotta love it. Who knows if he disconnected or something, you never know. But yeah, I would not recommend going AFK, obviously. But yeah, if that heavy cruiser was actually there, who knows what he could have done in this game. But yeah, we only have 9,000 damage. You know, that's one thing. We only have 9k damage. We're not doing a whole lot, right, in terms of damage. In fact, we're not doing a whole lot at all. But here is ultimately what I've been waiting to do this whole game. Ultimately, I've been waiting to gunfight this fucking Akatsuki. Pardon my language. So, here's what we're doing, all right? I'm trying to set up a position here. I'm trying to set up a little bit of an ambush. I'm sending some 8-kilometer torpedoes out there. I know that this Akatsuki is 100% charging towards me right now. He's got me located on Twist and Track. I know he wants to come into Bravo and get a cap. So I'm going to put myself between him and that cap. He's not coming here to get this cap. I'm going to be the line of defense here. There's the Akatsuki. He's coming in. He shoots his guns. He actually does manage to hit me with one. Torpedo looks pretty good on the end. Unfortunately, we miss. But he does manage to dodge. He gets some more 5-inch guns off. He knocks out my engine. I DC it. And it looks like he is also trying to get his torpedoes off. So what are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? We're not making it easy. We're turning in. And initiate the torpedo beats, bitches! Oh boy, this is getting real freaking tight. Real freaking tight. That's what she said. And we managed to pull through. That's also what she said. Anyway, we are managing to absolutely outgun this Akatsuki. And yeah, it looks like we have a slightly better reload than him. So we're actually able to outgun him, believe it or not. And he smokes up, but it doesn't matter. I shot before he smoked up, and down he goes. That's our second kill of the game, and our final kill of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, what did you guys think of that match? See, no matter what destroyer you're in, guys, your #1 job is to spot and get those frickin' caps, okay? Spot enemy ships if you need to, unless they're already spotted, then go for caps, okay? If there is an opportunity to contest or get a capture zone, take that opportunity, okay? Getting caps ultimately is what wins games, okay? Getting damage does not win games, all right? I don't know how many times I can explain it. And if you have the ability to take shots at people, no matter what destroyer you are in, take those shots, especially at other destroyers, okay? Do your job, ladies and gentlemen. I know I may sound like a broken record. I might have stated that a lot, but this is a channel where I try to teach you guys a little something, something. But nonetheless, 19,000 damage, and we managed to place second with 2.3k base XP. I told you, didn't I? I told you that we're going to place very high at the end of this match. And we do. We actually get rewarded for doing our job. In fact, we place higher than most of our team. So if y'all like this video, please be sure to go down there, hit that like button, subscribe, all the stuff, leave a comment, tell me what you guys thought of it. You guys know what to do. And yeah, I hope y'all did enjoy it. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Stay healthy. As always.